Hello everyone, welcome back to Mindmatrix. So today we'll be proceeding further with the next topic, which is precision recall and F1 score. Okay, so I hope you have seen the last lecture where we have already discussed about accuracy and confusion metrics, and before that the regression evaluation metric we have already covered. Okay, so in this section, in this video, as I mentioned, I will be talking about precision recall and F1 score. These are very important, and most of the interview questions are being asked on this also, so we can expect same from gate exam as well, that you may be getting, like there is a high probability for that you'll be getting. If there is a question from evaluation metrics, then it would be from confusion metrics, precision recall, F1 score, something like this. Okay, so let's proceed further. So as I hope you know that today evening at 8:30 there is going to be a big surprise reveal. So I hope you all would be there. So yeah, let's see you guys over there at 8:30. Okay. So if I talk about myself, I hope you already know if you have been following me for long. So I will just skip it. So yeah. So agenda for today is confusion matrix revision, because we will be needing confusion matrix over here. So I'll be recalling, sorry, not this recall which is mentioned over here, but I'll help you out that, okay, what was confusion matrix, and then we'll talk about why precision, why recall, and why F1 score. We'll talk about the cases also, that when do we need these kind of evaluation metric. Okay, so let's just start with the confusion metric. So if you remember, we have already covered. So the example, I'll just stick to that example only, that we have a dog or a cat. We had a dog or a cat. Okay, dog I was considering it to be a positive class, and cat I was considering it to be a negative class. Okay, I hope you remember that. Okay, and if I say that, okay, my prediction is correct, I'll say true, and if my prediction is wrong, I'll say false. When prediction is correct, we are just recalling what confusion matrix was, because I'll be creating it again. Confusion matrix needs to be created again. Okay, prediction, correct prediction. Okay, I'll just write it over here. So prediction was wrong and false if my prediction was wrong. I hope this is clear. And we took an example as well. So let me just give you another example again. So let's suppose the actual category or class of the input points I'm having. Let's suppose I'm having these many points. Okay, and I'll talk about the prediction. Let's suppose the first one was cat, then dog was there, then cat was there, then cat was there, and then dog was there. Let's suppose something like this. Okay, and if I talk about the prediction, let's suppose for cat, it was predicted to be cat, it was predicted to be dog, but again dog was predicted, cat was predicted, but over here for this dog, cat was predicted. Okay, I hope you can see, because I have just written on the side. So the last one is dog was predicted to be a cat. I hope this is clear. Okay, so when I create confusion metric, and why exactly is it important, I'll just talk about that. So we are right now recalling. I'll be not going into the depth. I'm just trying to recall and tell you what were the values and how do we make it. Okay, so what do we do? And this is again, on different resources, you'll find it differently, that on the above part, I'll be writing, on the horizontal part, I will be writing actual class, and vertically over here, okay, I'll be writing what? Our predicted class. Okay, and there are scenario, either actual class would be positive or negative. As mentioned, positive is dog and negative is cat, as I mentioned. And for predicted as well, there will be positive and negative. Now depending upon this, I'll have some terms coming over here. Okay, some terms coming over here. Okay, so if I just talk about this one, just tell me what exactly should this be called. I'm not talking about the number I will be getting over here. I'm talking about what we call over here. So see, the actual class was positive and it was predicted to be positive. So prediction was true. Yes, so true. And what was the prediction? Prediction was positive class. So true, positive. I hope it is clear. Again, let me write over here. So prediction was positive class. So whatever is the prediction, I'll write according to that. So like n. Okay, I hope you're getting TP this. I don't know, like if I wrote prediction over here, or like this thing over here. I'm just trying to frame it over here only, that okay, if I'm writing actual class on the horizontal, what will I get? What will be the confusion metric I'll get? And if I'm writing it over here, what will I get? Okay, so let's see. So if this is the scenario, now what is this? My prediction was wrong over here, because actual it was negative class, it was a cat, but it was predicted to be positive. So it is a false prediction. False prediction. So this is a false positive case, because the prediction is wrong and what I have predicted, it is a positive class. So false positive. Okay. In yesterday's session, I may have drawn it like TP, FN, FP, TN. I might have like done like this. I can't recall that. So in that case, over here I would have written what? Predicted class, and over here I would have written actual class. Okay. I hope this idea is clear. So I'll just erase it. Okay. So what now? So negative class was predicted to be positive. So it's a false prediction. It's a false negative. It's a false negative. False negative. Okay. Negative, wrong. Why? Because it was predicted to be negative. And why false? Because prediction was wrong. So over here it will be true. Okay. So now you can get this. So just tell me, what is the count of true positive? What is the count of false positive? What is the count of false negative? And what is the count of true negative? Just think about this. So this is correct. So this prediction is correct. This prediction is correct. This is wrong. This is correct. And this is also wrong. Okay. So right now, positive class predicted positive. So dog is positive, dog positive, dog predicted dog. So there is only one case for that. Okay. So this is one. What about FP? False positive. That means negative class was predicted to be positive. Negative class predicted to be positive. Negative class was cat. Cat was presented to be predicted to be dog. So there is only one instance. Cat to be dog. Yes. Only one instance for that. What about false negative? That means my actual class was positive, but it was predicted to be negative. So dog to cat. Dog to cat. Where is it? Over here. So there is one example only over here. So this is one. What about true negative? Cat being predicted cat. So over here it was the case and this was the case. So two instances. So you can see we have got this. Like we can fill this table with the values, and we have our confusion metric ready. Okay. Now why do we need it? So if you remember, accuracy was telling me with respect to all the classes altogether. My accuracy, the evaluation metric, was telling me the performance, or the and performance of my model, or learning algorithm altogether for all the class, altogether. But what if I would like to know that, okay, with respect to the classes, each category I would like to know, then confusion matrix comes to the rescue, which tells me with respect to each class what exactly is my performance I'm getting. Okay. And is my model getting confused between two classes? So I hope you're getting now why it is called confusion matrix. So it also it also represents that how much is the confusion for my model when it is predicting dog to be cat or cat to be dog. I hope you're getting that. Okay. So very simple till this point. So we have got to know why confusion matrix. Okay. Accuracy, why was it not used? We have already cleared it. Okay. Maybe my data is imbalanced. Maybe the cost associated with error is somewhat more. So there we need some better kind of evaluation metric. Okay. So let's move further. So this was confusion metric, and now I'll be using it to find out the other evaluation metrics. Okay, with the case for each of the evaluation metrics. So if I talk about the precision, so first of all, let's just talk about the formula for this. Okay, formula for precision is, it is TP upon TP plus FP. Okay, true positive upon true positive plus false positive. Okay, I hope you're getting this. Okay, so when is this case important? Okay, and recall also, let me just write. Okay, because I'll be quoting an example which will be helping you in determining how do we calculate and when is which one important. Recall is TP upon TP plus FN. Okay, So now in both the cases, you can see the differences of Fn and Fp only. Fp, which is false positive, and Fl. Okay. And another important point over here is accuracy was considering all the current prediction. That's why in the numerator you had Tp as well as Tn, true negative. Okay. And in in denominator, it had all the wrong cases. But over here, when I'm writing precision, I'm only considering about my positive class. Yes or no? I'm considered only about my positive class. That what is with respect to the prediction of my positive class. So I am more concerned about my positive class right now. Okay. I hope it is clear. Okay. So let's just quote the example now. Very important. So I'll just discuss two example. Okay. Yeah, we'll discuss two example. Let's say the first one, the same cancer detection problem, or let's say COVID detection, because that was the recent one. So let's just discuss that. COVID detection. Okay. So if I just write COVID detection problem, so I will say that, okay, the positive class will be person having COVID. Positive class would be person finding that he has COVID. Okay. So like being tested positive means having COVID. So positive classes having COVID and negative classes not having COVID. Not having COVID. So just tell me what will be true positive referring to, what will be true negative referring to, what will be false positive referring to, what will be false negative referring to. If I talk about true positive, it would mean person with COVID detected COVID with COVID and diagnosed with COVID. Diagnosed with COVID. I hope the what should I say? This what should I say? Example you are getting. So TB means the person had COVID and it was diagnosed to be COVID also, COVID positive as well. Okay, it was diagnosed positive that you have the COVID. So there are two different scenarios over here. Person having or not having COVID is different, and then when you are tested and then being said that you are having COVID or not, that is different. Okay, both the things. So person had COVID and he was diagnosed positive. What is true negative? True negative means he didn't have COVID. No COVID was there and diagnosed negative. Okay, diagnosed negative. He didn't have COVID and he was diagnosed negative. Okay, fine. Okay. What about false positive? False positive means over here that person positive means over here positive. It was said that okay, you have the COVID. You have the COVID. Okay, you have the COVID. And false is you didn't have COVID. You didn't have COVID. So basically, what is being mentioned? You didn't have COVID, but it was said, it was diagnosed to be positive. Because remember PNP, what does it mean? That what was the prediction? Okay, what was the prediction? So positive means it was diagnosed positive, but because it's a false case, false positive, that means he was not having COVID at all. Okay, and similarly, if I talk about false negative, person with COVID but detected negative. You just tell me which one is the major issue over here. A person getting detected COVID is good, very good. True negative, person not having COVID, diagnosed negative is good. False positive, person not having COVID and said positive. There may be some issues with the person. For an example, he may be quarantined for some days, but still there is not life threat over there associated. Okay, like okay, for some time family members would be worried, but still it's okay. Okay, at least you are not having COVID. Okay, so not a big issue, but false negative is a major issue over here now. False negative is a major issue over here. Why? A person had a COVID, but he was not diagnosed with COVID. He was diagnosed negative. So there is a big issue. So now just tell me which error is more important to me. Is it false positive or false negative? You'll say false negative. So we have to decrease the count of false negative. When I would like to focus on false negative, then my recall is important. I hope with the help of example you are getting it. When my false negative is important, in that case my recall becomes important. Because see over here, I'm having false negative in the denominator, and when I will reduce this false negative, then only my recall will increase. Yes or no? When I'll decrease the false negative cases, then only my recall will increase. So this way you can always check about scenarios, because in exam and interviews as well, you'll be given with a number of scenarios. So you just need to think, okay, what is important for me? Is it false negative or false positive? And when false positive and false negative both are important, then we come to F1 score, which I will talk about soon. So I hope the recall problem is clear with the help of COVID example. Okay, with the help of COVID example, it is clear. Now let's just talk about the precision, where precision is important. Okay, so like the order has been changed, but it's okay. Okay, so let's just talk about the second one. Okay, so this was for the recall, that false negative is important. Now let me just talk about other one, which is our precision. Okay, so let's suppose YouTube recommendation. I'm talking about YouTube recommendation. Okay, so now let's just talk about each of these. What would TP mean? What would TN mean? What would FN mean? And what would FP mean? Okay, we'll talk about each of these. True positive means, okay, positive means some kind of prediction, okay. And what is the positive case over here? Positive case is what I was looking for, like I am the YouTube YouTube guy who's browsing the YouTube and looking for some good content, okay. Now positive would mean my interested, of my interest, videos of my interest. And negative would mean not interested videos, or completely those kind of videos which I have like said that okay, I'm not interested, or reported some kind of that. Either I have reported or I was not interested, or kind of reported videos. Okay, now if I say true positive, what does it mean? Positive means my machine told, or the algorithm said I am interested in this, and true means I was actually interested. Okay, fine. So interested in recommended video. Okay, that's a good thing. Video. So there I was interested because that was the actual case, and recommended video was fine. Okay, if I talk about true negative means not recommended, and what were those videos which were not recommended? Not interesting videos. Is it fine? So the videos in which I was not interested, those were not recommended to me. It's okay. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's true negative. What about false negative? False negative is I'm not interested. It was said that okay, I'm not interested in this content, which the algorithm predicted, but that was actually wrong. Something like this over here, that I was shown videos. I'm not shown videos which I'm interested. Not recommended videos I was interested in. Okay, positive class is video I was interested, negative class is not interested. Okay, true means recommended, false means not recommended. Okay, I hope you are getting. True means the video was recommended, false means not recommended, simply. So false negative means not recommended to me, and it's a negative case because the videos which I was interested into are not recommended. Okay, I hope this is clear. I was interested in some videos which were not shown to me. It's okay. Okay. Now what is false positive? I was shown video recommended non-interesting videos. Just think about this. So YouTube now recommended a video which I was not at all interested, or I have been reporting. So that's a bad thing for YouTube algorithm. If somebody says that what has happened to YouTube, why they are recommending this to me. So there is a major issue now. So over here, true positive is fine, true negative, these are the correct predictions. So we don't talk about this, we talk about these two. These are the errors we were having. So false negative is important or false positive is important. Showing the videos I was interested to, not showing the videos or not recommending the videos I was interested into. First scenario, and the second scenario is recommending the videos which I was not interested at all. Which one is a big issue over here? Second one, because if I'm not getting suggested video, it's okay. I'm getting some exploratory videos, I'll just serve that, no issue with that. But if I'm getting the not recommended videos, that means the YouTube recommendation is not working well. Okay, so over here false positive becomes more important. So that means precision. So that means precision. I hope you have got this. I hope you have got this. So we have considered two cases over here. One for COVID, you can see over here, where this was important. And the other was for YouTube recommendation, where our false positive was more important. So simple, like it's a very simple thing. If I decrease false positive, my precision will increase. Okay. So one more thing over here. It also depends upon what you are taking as a positive class. For an example, if I would have said, okay, my COVID positive patient is a negative class I'm considering, and positive class I'm considering to be a person who is not having, a disease. Positive class, whom I'm saying, that positive class is the one when person is not having COVID. In that case, the scenario changes, because my true positive would be different, true negative would be different, false positive different, false negative different, and then our precision will become important. Okay, so that depends upon the context as well, because sometimes, just to confuse you, interviewer or maybe in exam, they may tell you that, okay, positive class is not the actual COVID patient, these are somewhat different. In that case, the scenario can change. But if I say that, okay, for the medical diagnosis, positive generally means that you are detected, you are diagnosed positively, means you are having the disease. Okay, and that's the positive class we consider. Okay, I hope you're getting this. And similarly over here, if I have considered the positive, so over here it's clear, kind of clear, that okay, positive class means the videos I'm interested in. Okay, but if they change in some way, then in that case scenario again changes. So the most important point always is find out the context, understand that, find out your positive class, negative class, create the true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative, understand what each of these refers to, and then find out that to you what matters most. Is it false positive or is false negative? If it's false positive, your precision is more important. If it's false negative, then your recall is more important. I hope you have got this idea. And these two metrics, these are related to one particular class. That's why we are over here class specific, because in the numerator we are just talking about the positive class. We're just talking about the positive class. Okay, true positive. So that's why this is class specific. So when we have multiple classes available over there, accuracy is nothing. Accuracy just talks about the overall performance. But if I talk about this precision recall, they gives me a good idea about the individual classes performance. I hope this idea is clear. So confusion matrix becomes very important to understand these. Okay, now let's just talk about one more case over here. Okay, just one more case. This was the case with what was being asked in my interview as well. So the case is something like this. So I'll just give you two example over here. Okay, two example. The first one. Okay, so let's suppose you got a call. Okay, you got a call that there is a lottery. Okay, you have got a lottery, and it's like nearly 1000, not 1000, maybe like 10 lakh rupees you have won, and just tell me your account details and we will deposit the money in your account. Let's suppose that was a call we have received. That was the call we have received. Okay, this is the scenario. Now the thing is very important. He will be asking you for the details of your account. Okay, now we will talk about the stuff that, okay, if it's a hawk's call or not. Hawk's call or not. Hawk's call means it was a fake call. Fake call. Okay, it was a fake call. And if I say It was a fake call, and then you are, depositing the money or not depositing. So there becomes the kind of problem comes. Okay, so what exactly is the scene? Let me just take you through that. First of all, let me just talk about that. So hogs, I'm not creating exactly the confusion matrix, but I'm just denoting it. Okay, hogs call. And what else we had? That money, sorry, the account details. Account detail. Positive means I did told the account details to to the caller, and negative means I did not tell. I did not tell. And positive means it was a hawk's call, and negative means it was not a hawk's call. It was a genuine. Maybe in your family member somebody bought that lottery ticket in the name of you and then did something. Okay, something like that can happen. Something like that can happen. So where is the biggest issue you are having? So see over here. Now, if it's a Hawks call and you have given your, this account details, there is a big issue. Issue is there. Issue is there. What about this case? It was not a Hawks call. It was not a Hawks call, and you have given the account detail. It's good. It's good. Okay. Over here, there was an issue. Issue. Okay. If I talk about this, you have not given your account detail, and it was a Hawks call. Then also it is good. Then also it is good. Okay, it was a hawk's call. Okay, what about this one? This one is when you have not given account details, but it was not a hawk's call. Again, there is an issue. Yes or no? Yes or no? So this kind of scenario also where our precision and recall both will be important. Okay, that okay in both the cases, I would like to know that okay that my precision has to be high and my recall also has to be high. And this was not the confusion matrix. We will be creating that. Okay, so let's just create that on the slide of F1 score only. Okay, so let's just do that. So it was with respect to the prediction. So this thing, the active the details were given or not given, that depends upon, let's suppose he has some kind of what should I say, he has a kind of computer which is fitted with some kind of machine learning algorithm which taps the call and determines whether it was a hawk's call or not. Your computer you are having, and he taps the audio call you had on your phone, and then it mentions that whether it is a hawk's call or not. Okay, and based on that you are going to decide. Okay, something like this. So let's do that. So yeah, the positive case over here I'm just considering for the hawk's call. Okay, genuine is negative class. Okay, and if I say true means correct prediction, as I always mention, prediction, and false means wrong prediction. Okay, so let me just create a confusion matrix again, and we'll realize it over here. Okay, so let me just write prediction over here and actual over here. Okay, so positive, negative, positive, negative, this is TP, and this is predict false positive, false negative, and true negative. You just tell me what is more important to you over here. Is it false positive or false negative? Now what is false positive? We will discuss it now. Now what is false positive? What does false positive over here means? It means it was a genuine call. Okay, and it was said to be a hawk's call. That means genuine call predicted to be hawk's. So you are losing 10 lakh, man. You are losing 10 lakh over there. If you are not giving the details and if you miss that call, you're losing 10 lakh. It matters over there. Yes or no? Just think about this. Okay, let's take another. What does false negative means? False negative means it was not, sorry, what did I mention? So negative means, oh sorry, did I say some false positive? Okay, so the prediction was positive, which was hawk's call. Okay, predicted to be positive. Yes, okay, it's fine. So now, what is false negative going to be? False negative means the prediction was negative. That means it said it was a genuine call, but actually it was a Hawk's call. Hawk's call predicted to be genuine. It was a Hawk's call. Okay, it was a it was basically not a genuine class. Hawk's call predicted to be genuine. Okay, negative means with respect to the prediction which is genuine. Okay, so it was predicted to be genuine, but actually it was a Hawk's call. Okay, so now if I just talk about false negative, so just think about this. If you give your account details, because your machine learning algorithm told you that it's not Hawk's call, it's a genuine call, what will be happening in that case? You'll lose all your money within that bank account. Again, a major issue. Losing money, like you're losing money in both the cases. Okay, one is you could have increased your wealth. It was like 10 lakh. It matters a lot if it is a middle class person. Okay, and if I just talk about false negative case, you end up losing your savings which you have saved in your maybe your saving account. So both are the issue. You can see over here, both are the major issue. You cannot ignore any one of these. So over here both becomes important. Over here both becomes important. So over there, in such kind of scenarios, when precision as well as recall both are important to you, you use F1 score. Now what should it be? If I just write in terms of the TP, FP, FN, TN, so the formula is going to be TP upon TP plus half of FP plus FN. So you can see over here, in precision there was only FP, in recall there was only FN. Over here there are both, and the average of both has been taken. Okay, so this is your F1 score, where both are important. And if I just talk about in terms of precision and recall, F1 score is written like this. It is going to be 2 upon 1 by precision plus 1 by recall, or you can also write it as twice of precision into recall divided by precision plus recall. Okay, because F1 score is harmonic mean, HM, harmonic mean of precision and recall. Okay, so first of all, this must be clear that over here for F1 score, FP and FN both are important, and that's why precision and recall both are being used over here. Okay, by giving equal importance to both. Now why HM? Why harmonic mean? Why not geometric mean, or why not arithmetic mean? Let's just discuss about that. So what do we want for such kind of problem? I want my evaluation metric to be giving better value only when both are good. Okay, it's not like, okay, if one is good I should be getting good value. No, not at all. I must be getting a good value when both are performing good. Even if one is not giving me good result, basically if my precision is low and recall is high, in that case I must not be getting good F1 score. Okay, or if my recall is less, precision is high, I must not be getting a good F1 score. Okay, in both the cases I must be getting less F1 score. Okay, when should I be getting good F1 score? When both of them are performing well, precision as well as recall. So if you can recall, there used to be this inequality, AM greater than GM greater than HM. So if there are two numbers A and B, their arithmetic mean is going to be always greater than their geometric mean, and that will be greater than your harmonic mean. Okay, so you can see over here HM is going to be least. Okay, you can just take some values and you'll get to know. If just take just take precision to be 0.1 and recall to be 0.9, and then find out what is F1 score. You'll get this. And similarly you can change these values also, both the values, then just see what you are getting for AM, GM and HM. You'll find least value for HM. Okay, so HM, that is harmonic mean, punishes the model, or it gives the penalty even when one of the evaluation metric, which was precision or recall, is less. I want both to be better. I don't want like precision is good or recall is zero. I don't want that. If that is the case, I will just, it will be 0. That's it. Okay. I don't want that. So the thing is, both must be good, both must be better values, then only my F1 score will be high. Otherwise, it will be less only, which will not be the case if I could have taken AM or GM. Okay. So that is just one of the reason. There are other reasons why, but just to think about this properly, so you can just think about this, that HM is least mean if I just compare it with AM, GM. Okay. So F1 score is, you can see this formula as well as this formula as well as this formula. So this is harmonic mean of precision and recall. And we have seen, all the cases over here, that when is precision important, when is recall important, when is F1 score can be important, something like this. Okay. And with respect to F1 score, I was being asked in my interview as well. So you should know the scenario, and you should be able to, understand what is the false positive, what is the false negative, and what is the cost associated with each one of these. Okay. I hope this is clear. So I hope you could have understood this well. Okay. And like right now, I hope the question would be, example based only, scenario based only, which I have given you, like 3 scenarios. With the help of 3 scenarios that we have understood F1 score, precision and recall. So there won't be an issue if you can write down these things, like we have wrote this thing, that okay, what is true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. If you can write that, then you can always identify that whether my precision is going to be more important, or recall, or both together are important. Okay. So I hope you have learned this session. Okay. And now I'll be just ending this session, and don't forget that there is a session today in the evening at 8:30, where we will be revealing the biggest surprise we are having for you guys. Okay. So you can also join our WhatsApp channel by, going in the description. The same link is being mentioned over there, or you can scan these QR codes to, join our Telegram group, where you can answer, question, post your questions and ask doubts. Or you can also follow us on Instagram by scanning the corresponding QR code. So thank you guys. See you guys in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you.